Ladies and gentlemen, today I'd like to speak to you about a country in South America. It is a small country in comparison with its neighbours, but there is a great deal to be said about it. This country is Ecuador. This is a country of particular interest to me because it is, of course, Spanish speaking. However, similarly to many other countries in the region, Spanish is not the only language used. There are many native languages spoken there as well, 13 in total as a matter of fact. As its name suggests, Ecuador is located on the equator. It is bordered to the north by Colombia, Peru to the east and south, and by the Pacific Ocean to the west. It has four main geographic regions: the jungle on the eastern side of the country, the Andes mountain range which runs down the center, and the coastal region to the west. And of course, the fourth region is the Galapagos Islands. Seeing as this fourth region is the most unique of the four, I would like to tell you a little more about it. Galapagos is an archipelago of volcanic islands in the Pacific, located 1,000 kilometers off the coast of Ecuador. It consists of 13 large islands and hundreds of smaller ones. The islands were annexed to the Republic of Ecuador in 1832. Nowadays, Galapagos is a province of Ecuador and has been since 1973. The archipelago has only 25,000 human inhabitants. The inhabitants which have made these islands famous are not the people, however, but rather the animals. Perhaps the most famous of all Galapagos' inhabitants was Lonesome George. He was a tortoise who unfortunately passed away not too long ago, in June 2012. He was famous around the world during his lifetime for being the last living individual of his species. He was over a century old when he died, but 100 years of age is actually not particularly old for a Galapagos tortoise. Before his death, he was known as the rarest creature in the world. In 2008 and 2009, several attempts were made for him to mate with female tortoises from other subspecies. However, these attempts were all in vain. The Ecuadorian government even announced a reward of $10,000 for anyone who could find a suitable mate for him, but none was found. So, as well as Lonesome George, there are many other unique species to be found on the Galapagos Islands. The archipelago is known the world over as being a place of immense biodiversity. It is the home of many unique types of flora and fauna. It is also known for being the place where Charles Darwin developed his theory of evolution. Darwin travelled to the islands on the HMS Beagle and spent a great deal of time examining the different species on the islands. During Darwin's time, English names were given to each of the islands making up the Galapagos archipelago. However, in recent years, the Ecuadorian government has given them Spanish names. These names have not become popular though, and most researchers and many visitors continue to use the English names. The only thing left to say now is that if ever you get the chance to visit South America, make sure that you include the Galapagos Islands in your itinerary. Although you might find it an expensive trip, you won't regret visiting such a unique part of the world. Thank you.